In the early New York evening, anticipation crackled through the stadium as Markéta Vondroušová, the Wimbledon champion reborn on hard courts, warmed up for what promised to be the clash of the quarterfinals. The air was thick with possibility. Spectators leaned forward, ready to witness her left-handed craft, the whisper of the drop shot she'd made famous, her resilience after repeated setbacks. She had already toppled titans, Paolini, Rybakina, her momentum building stroke by stroke, rally by rally. But then, almost surreal in its suddenness, she bent over, clutching her knee mid-swing during practice, the movement shaking her poised silhouette. The quiet thud of unrealized potential filled the stadium as she retreated, the beauty of the battle undone not by an opponent, but by an unseen fragility. Minutes bled into what felt like hours as the diagnosis landed. She couldn't take the court. A quarterfinal dream evaporated before it could even begin, swallowed by the pain of a body worn thin by injuries past, shoulder surgeries, wrist repair, the long road back after being sidelined again and again. In the stillness that followed, the defending champion, Aryna Sabalenka, advanced without lifting a racket. The walkover, delivered without drama or flourish, sent Sabalenka straight into the semifinal, a rematch of last year's final against Jessica Pegula, but it landed awkwardly hollow. Because the match that never was felt like a win without earning, a stage without players, an opportunity unfulfilled. Vondroušova's statement, offered in quiet regret, seemed to vibrate in the charged night air. She had tried. She had hoped. She hated letting the fans, the moment, the game itself down. And though apologetic, her words carried something heavy, the weight of history and hope cut short. Fans imagined the shots she trained for, the angles, the flicks that elevated her playing into art. And in the mental arena that followed, the sadness was palpable, a shared sense of what might have been, and the heartbreak when motion gives way to limping stillness. Sabalenka, poised yet empathetic, sent her wishes. She spoke softly through screens and words, a gesture that felt like grace. Two players divided by ranking, journey, and fate were bound by the same emotional current of sport, one moving forward, the other stepping back with hope still unspent. As the real matches went on elsewhere, the finalized brackets and truncated schedules, Alcaraz's power, Djokovic's grit, that quiet moment of absence resonated deeply. Her withdrawal didn't just shift lines on the draw sheet, it became a mournful echo, a reminder of the fragility of bodies and dreams. In a tournament built on power and endurance, it was a stillness that spoke loudest. Yet beneath the ache, a promise stirred. Vondroušova's journey has always been defined by return, renewal, and the fight to re-emerge. She crushed through Berlin that summer, rising from the ashes of injuries to claim her first title since Wimbledon in 2023. She had come back not just with skill, but with style, glinting, inventive, unyielding. So, as the stands emptied and the night deepened, the absence of her presence on the Arthur Ashe court lingered like an unfinished refrain. The tournament forged ahead, shapes and stakes clearer than ever. But for those who recognized what she embodied, the thought of her return, stronger, healed, determined, felt like the truest storyline of all.